Joining us now is attorney Walter Alava, spokesperson of the National Council on Disability Affairs or NCDA, to discuss the challenges facing children with disabilities in accessing education. Attorney Alava, good morning and thank you for joining us today.
Good morning, Ma'am Cheska, Ma'am Pauline, and Ma'am Angela, and good morning po sa lahat ng taga-subaybay po ng inyong program po.
Okay, so let's talk about this, attorney. Why are only 8% of school-age children with disabilities enrolled in public schools? What could be the factors that contribute this? What is the main reason behind the low enrollment?
Actually po, there is no single reason that explains the low enrollment of learners with disabilities. Pero ano siya, it is a result of multiple or interconnected barriers. So as kanina po, yung sa introduction nyo, yung kakulangan po, especially with accessibility, non-implementation of our accessibility laws as accorded by Republic Act, as accorded by BP 344, and at the same time yung kakulangan po with respect to the teachers, yung mga po natin, yung mga experts natin with special needs education, mga ganun po. So ang dami pong barriers, not just yung income, ang dami po. It's a wide latitude of interconnected barriers po.
Pero attorney, a part of the factors, parents choosing private schools instead of public schools, and factor din po ba dyan yung cost, pati yung limited services na rin that are keeping children out of school altogether?
Hindi naman po kasi some of the parents might choose that their children, the persons with disability children nila po, i-enroll nila sa private schools, but it does not necessarily mean po na yung school din na private has this accommodation with respect to accessibility, with respect to parang special needs talaga with respect to the different kinds or the 9 types of disabilities. So hindi siya parang kasi nag-enroll ka sa private, so mas nakakakuha ka ng magandang service for our persons with disability or children or learners with disabilities. So not necessarily po, but with respect naman as a whole, public and private po, may kakulangan talaga with respect to the implementation po.
In terms of barriers when it comes to enrolling, I mean, obviously cost is a major factor as to why parents hesitate. What are the other barriers when it comes to enrollment?
Malaking chances po is the confidence of the learner. Second po, discrimination. And then at the same time, transportation difficulties, so that's accessibility. As you said po, financial limitation then. We know that the persons with disability sector is among the marginalized sectors. And then at the same time, lack of assessment and intervention services ng mga government, especially with the schools. Kasi nga po, budget-wise, wala pong nabibigay sa kanila. But rest assured naman po that the government, through Republic Act 11650 or the Learners Act, na mandating all local government units to have at least one na ILRC, yung tinatawag nating inclusive learning system po or learning centers. So meron naman pong nag-a-address sa gap, but po talaga, dahan-dahan siyang nagpro-progress.
Pero attorney, if there's one thing that I learned when I talked to the PWD community, ang isa po sa nakikita ko po talagang root cause ay yung diagnosis. No? So many families struggle to obtain diagnosis sa kanilang mga anak. Let alone makapag-enroll sila sa mga eskwelahan, hindi nga nila alam kung ano yung condition ng mga anak nila. And here in our country, there's only 98 developmental pediatrician. 98 po sa buong bansa. At it would take years para makapag-appointment po doon sa mga DepEd na yon. So, ano po ba yung mga ginagawa ng NCDA as well? I know hindi nyo naman po kayang yakapin ng lahat, pero are we doing something to address this as well?
Yes po, tama po kayo mama. With respect to the assessment talaga, not just for learners with disability or intellectual with disability, but for all the types of disabilities, nagkakakulangan po dun sa mga experts natin. But because of that, na-address po ng kasi NCDA is composed of two bodies. So the 16 strong agencies of the government including 6 representatives, kasama po dun si DOH. So kami po sa secretariat is the one, kami po yung nagre-remind sa lahat and then nagko-collect ng data. But with respect naman dun sa tanong kanina po, DOH has issued last year an administrative order po na inayos po yung categorization natin and at the same time providing alternative po na assessment para po makatulong naman din with respect to availability of the benefits and privilege on the discounts, yung 20%, yung 12% and 5% discounts. Tapos nagbigay din po na parang hindi lang yung mga specific experts po, but pwede din po yung mga accredited na mga medical experts natin. Like for example, when it comes to tarang kung psychiatrist lang yung nag-aano sa psychosocial, so pwede po na meron pong sabihin natin special education teacher and at the same time may psychologist. So mga ganun po. So yun po yung inaayos and as I believe there are fixing the manual of operations. So pag nalabas po yun, tuloy-tuloy po yung addressing the gap. And at the same time, with respect to the gap as of the moment, meron pong tinatawag si NCDA po ngayon na Dare Care Caravan. So ano po yan, nag-iikot po sa different provinces para po ma-assess yung mga bata natin para makita po at siya mabigyan po ng paunang lunas dun sa ano yung mga needs ng ating mga persons with disability na children po. And at the same time, NCDA is also providing for their therapy para po matugunan yung prevention, rehabilitation ng ating bata.
Attorney, are there children with disabilities that end up in general education classrooms, and how can the schools adjust to help these kids catch up to their classmates, or what are the facilities that are necessary or programs that they can put together?
Yes po. So tama po 'yun, ma'am, no? Because of the gaps yung sinabi natin ng mga barriers kanina. Some of the learners with disabilities are really included in the general classes. So some of the teachers might have, especially kung meron talagang special needs education yung experience yung ating teacher, better. But for most po, hindi talaga. So ang nangyayari po, the school provides its own policies po regarding na paano po yung pagtrato sa kanya, sino po yung body system, parang may kasama po siya na magba-body system sa kanya, mga ganun. But what really is the in addressing this talaga, the problem po is to really create the inclusive learner centers and to have or create more mga special needs education natin na mga rooms for our persons with disabilities po.
Pero attorney, when we talk about the learning system, of course, kasama din dyan yung educators, di ba? Can you tell us how big is the shortage nowadays of SPED teachers? And ano na rin po yung steps na tinitake po natin para makapag-train pa po ng mas maraming mga guro, mga SPED teachers, and to retain them in special education?
Based dun sa sa stats or statistics ng Department of Education po, may mga na-hire na po na mga SNED teachers natin, and at the same time may mga different mga SPED na rooms po na converted to inclusive learners centers natin. But yun nga po, even so, kulang po talaga. Kung titignan po natin yung statistics, the NCDA uses yung sa community-based measuring system natin na meron pong nasa yung 15 to 18 po na learners natin nasa 283,320. Pero with respect to the the DOH, sa DepEd na paglabas po, nasa mga 380 po yon. So may disparity po na 166. So yung 166 po, kulang po talaga. Wala pa pong mga rooms, wala pa pong mga teachers. So kailangan talaga mabigyan talaga ng more focus po. Pero syempre, yung barriers na pag-usapan natin, dahan-dahan pong inaayos naman po.
Right. Okay. So, ang nangyayari po kasi, kapag meron pong i-enroll na mga anak sa public school no na may children with disability, ang nangyayari po kasi mostly tinatanggihan sila because nga dun sa problema ng teachers, hindi sila maalam paano i-address no or i-educate itong mga bata na ito because they have special needs no. But the problem here is meron po tayong batas, Inclusive Education Act. No, it guarantees
Yes.
inclusive education for all. Saan po ba nagkakaroon ng pagkakamali or gap doon po sa implementation? Bilang kayo po ang NCDA, counsel po kayo for Disability Affairs, saan po ninyo nakikita yung pagkukulang? Sinong ahensya dapat, 'di ba, aside from the Department of Education? Attorney.
Actually po, kung titignan nyo talaga, di naman siya parang it's everyone. Lahat po talaga. All the stakeholders, lahat po. Kasi yung understanding po on how to address it po was yung, kasi meron tong mga learners po na high functioning, di ba? May mga hindi din ganun ka-functioning, mga ganun. So yung treatment po sana, hindi siya ganun ka-general, dapat specific to that particular
Exactly.
disability. So, meron naman pong mga different LGUs na merong mga different programs with respect to that. So, meron pong, for example, for a best practice po, may mga LGUs tayo na nagsiscreening na sila. So may sarili silang screening with the different schools. Kaso nga lang po, hindi
Sa
talaga
PIDAW, oo.
ganun karami. So kulang talaga. But the screening has kung titignan nila na, okay, high functioning, pwedeng mag-aral until college. So minomold na nila yung mga learners natin with disabilities. And at the same time, pag nakikita naman na medyo hindi siya high functioning, so merong mga skills training din na to develop. Tapos tinitignan kung pwedeng sumali na doon sa track na papuntang mag-aral papuntang college. So may mga ganun po. Kaso nga lang po, the real problem or the real talaga is yung approach po, hindi po lahat nakakaintindi na ganun po
Oo.
dapat.
Yes,
So,
oo.
when it comes to kakulangan sa teachers, kakulangan sa policies, kakulangan sa budget, meron po. But addressing these issues po, dahan-dahan naman, nabibigyan naman natin ng technical assistance yung mga different persons with disability affairs offices natin sa different LGUs
PIDAW,
para po
oo.
sila po yung mag-guide sa mga
Pero,
sa mga schools
attorney,
po.
I have a very quick follow-up lang po on this. Doon po sa mga magulang na sumasama po kasi yung loob nila tapos hindi na nila alam yung gagawin nila, na tinatanggihan po sila ng mga public school natin because hindi daw nila kaya i-handle yung mga anak nila. Pwede ba silang magdemanda? Can they file a complaint and will you help them, NCDA?
With respect to the NCDA's mandate naman po, we do not have parang powers to file cases. Kasi two bodies nga si NCDA. But we refer, kung may kailangan i-file po, i-refer namin to Department of Justice kasi member agency namin. But with respect naman dun sa sa nagtatanggi, siguro po, better po talaga, ang pinakauna mo nang gawin po is to go to their Persons with Disability Affairs offices para po to mediate dun sa baka po kasi may kakulangan talaga. But with respect naman dun sa school po, kung wala talaga silang facility to handle the persons with disability natin, so may naman din, may right naman din sila
dahilan
na
sila.
sabihin po na parang, teka, wala kaming facility na to. But with respect to the implementation, kailangan po talaga dapat may facility to really cater our
batas
persons
yun.
or our learners with disabilities po.
Well, one very important aspect of this is the diagnosis also. You already mentioned high functioning, and of course there are the non-high functioning children with disabilities. So how do parents distinguish? How will they know if their child is high functioning? Or how will they know if their child needs extra assistance? And where do they go?
Actually po, very good question po kasi nakikita naman ng mga dun sa day-to-day na experience nila with the child. Nakikita naman doon may mga initial mga signs. But to really parang authenticate those signs, pupunta talaga sa mga doctors po natin. So the DOH is providing naman po mga assessment. Kaso nga lang po yun talaga kakulangan ng experts natin. As mentioned earlier po, yung doctors natin for the DevPeds po natin nasa mga roughly 100 or 98 lang po talaga sila. So yung schedule nila, it runs as much as a year para magpa-schedule or 6 months, 3 months, mga ganun po. So ang ginagawa po namin ngayon with the NCDA po is yun nga, umiikot-ikot kami para po mapuntahan yung mga different provinces and at the same time maka-assess kami kahit man lang hindi ganun karami po but meron po na-assess para po makatulong din dun sa statistics natin. Pero syempre, yung kakulangan po hindi naman po talaga, hindi siya parang i-reason out na may kakulangan. So ginagawan po natin ng paraan para maayos po yung kakulangan.
And Attorney, before we let you go, baka you'd like to share with us some of the initiatives of the NCDA that parents should know about, no? And kasama rin po ba dyan yung pagbibigay ng financial assistance, especially to the families na nangangailangan ng extra support in raising and educating children with disabilities?
So as of the moment po, the NCDA has this hindi naman siya totally na parang program talaga. It's part of our augmentation po na support for our persons with disabilities. So as part of that, we have this Dare Care Caravan. Tinatawag po siyang Dare Caravan kasi po ang specific mandate niya is to go to the different grassroots level na mga LGUs natin through the provinces and assess these children natin, and then at the same time si NCDA po yung magbabayad ng initial na 5 to 6 months na therapy po ng ating bata. And then at the same time, through a memorandum of agreement with the province and the different LGUs po, na sila po yung magko-continue after. So yun po yung ginagawa ng NCDA as of the moment para po matugunan yung gaps with respect to the developmental PDS natin na kakulangan dun sa mga different experts natin. But not just for the DepEd po, but also for our OTs, lahat po yun, yung mga specialists natin na doctors, umiikot po yan. So nagsischedule per request ng different provinces. So siguro po it's timely din na we would like to invite din yung mga different mga LGUs na interested na mag-conduct po yung NCDA with the different provinces para dun sa Dare Caravan po. And at the same time, po ngayon, yung approaching po yung National Disability Rights Week natin. So yung mga different programs din po natin, inaanyayahan natin yung mga parents po na pupunta sa mga different activities para po for awareness and at the same time sensitivity trainings for our persons with disabilities po. Salamat po.
All right, we thank you for your time and all that you do. Attorney Walter Alava, spokesperson of the National Council on Disability Affairs or NCDA. Good morning.